Alright, hi everyone. My name is Sarah and this is my interview integration presentation. And I'm just going to go over my paper a little bit and talk about what my interviewee and I discussed during the interview, as well as how it pertains to interpersonal and communication skills. So I'm just going to be speaking mostly from an education/teaching perspective. Because I am an education major and because I chose to interview my mom, Kim Frazen, who has been an educator for almost 30 years now. Throughout the interview, we focused primarily on elementary schoolers, particularly first graders, since that's what she teaches and is within the range that I would like to teach in the future. And the topics we covered were emotional reactivity, conflict management strategies, and cultural intelligence. I chose these specifically because I know that for first grade especially, they are very relevant and I thought she could offer good insight and strategy. So first we have emotional reactivity, which is the tendency to experience intense and immediate emotional responses to stimuli or events. For those of you who aren't education majors, these emotional outbursts happen every day in elementary schools, sometimes multiple times every day depending on the age group. Next, I'll talk a little bit about the strategies we discussed in the interview that exemplify interpersonal and communication skills in the education field. So first we have remaining calm and modeling emotional regulation. When students exhibit emotional outbursts, it's really essential for teachers to stay calm and composed. By modeling emotional regulation, teachers show students how to manage their feelings effectively. And this reinforces a sense of emotional stability in the classroom and builds trust, as students feel safe knowing that their emotions will be handled thoughtfully rather than dismissed or punished. Next, we have active listening and empathy. By active listening to students during emotional outbursts and validating their feelings, teachers can build stronger emotional connections. This demonstrates empathy, which is a vital interpersonal skill, showing students that they are valued and understood. It also fosters an environment where students feel comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment. Lastly, we have providing autonomy and space. Allowing students options such as taking a break or maybe choosing a method of instruction helps them regain control over their emotions and fosters a sense of autonomy. This strategy highlights the importance of interpersonal skills like patience and adaptability, enabling teachers to respond to individual needs and prevent emotional escalation. Next up is conflict management strategies, which is the process of handling disagreements in an effort to keep them from escalating. It involves listening to both sides of the argument, using calm language and tone, and most importantly, finding a solution or compromise. Here are a few reasons why conflict management strategies are important in relation to interpersonal skills. First, there's neutral and non-confrontational communication. Teachers need to remain neutral when addressing conflicts, using calm language and avoiding favoritism. By facilitating structured conversations with I statements and encouraging students to express their perspectives, teachers demonstrate strong interpersonal skills like diplomacy and active listening. This approach helps students feel heard and understood, reducing defensiveness and promoting solution, or resolution, I guess is a better word. Next, we have preemptive conflict de-escalation. So with this, recognizing early signs of conflict and addressing them before they escalate requires really important, really detailed observation and interpersonal skills. Checking in with students, redirecting their attention, and providing responsibilities, sort of like, for example, passing out papers, can help diffuse tensions. This is a really proactive approach, and it prevents disruptions and teaches students constructive ways to handle disagreements. And lastly, we've got encouraging compromise and problem solving. Conflict resolution isn't just about stopping disputes, it's about guiding students to find fair solutions. Teachers who help students identify common ground and reach compromises foster critical thinking and social emotional development. By demonstrating patience and negotiation skills, teachers model healthy interpersonal interactions that students can apply in future conflicts. And finally, there's cultural intelligence. Cultural intelligence doesn't just mean respecting those with different backgrounds, it also means understanding them, finding common ground with them, and adapting to new situations that may require an open mind. In relation to interpersonal and communication skills, here are a few topics we discussed during the interview. First, there's building inclusive classroom environments. Teachers with strong interpersonal skills foster a sense of belonging by incorporating diverse perspectives into their lessons. By using literature, media, and classroom discussions that highlight various cultures, they demonstrate cultural awareness and respect, making all students feel valued and represented. Adapting teaching methods for diverse learners. Cultural intelligence requires understanding that students come from different backgrounds and have unique learning needs. Teachers who adjust their instructional strategies, for example, such as incorporating storytelling, maybe some group activities and kinesthetic learning, kinesthetic activities, something you do with your hands. Being flexible like this, it demonstrates flexibility and strong communication skills, ensuring equitable access to education for all of your students. Lastly, we have encouraging open dialogue and empathy. Teachers with high cultural intelligence facilitate respectful conversations about different backgrounds and experiences. By actively listening, asking thoughtful questions, important questions, and addressing biases, they model interpersonal skills like empathy, sensitivity, and effective communication. This helps students develop mutual respect and a deeper understanding of others, fostering a more inclusive and accepting classroom culture. For the interview process critique, I would say that I enjoyed speaking about specific topics in a more formal setting between interviewer and interviewee, rather than my mom and I just having a casual conversation about her experiences like we typically do. I feel like I got a lot more out of it and am able to structure my views a bit better because we had such a structured dialogue with questions and answers. I was also able to engage in a lot more active listening, which helped to spur on the conversation in a positive direction. I also enjoyed that I was able to listen to her as a teacher tell stories that were very memorable that pertain to these topics. Because we all know that being able to see or hear about these topics taking place in real life really helps to cement them into memory. All right, and that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a good one.